Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about system of equation word problems. So a system of equations is when you have more than one equation, and today all we're doing is writing word problems for these equations from real world problems, and that's it. We're just going to set them up. We're not doing anything else, any solving. That we'll worry about tomorrow. So first, we have some steps. You need to label your variables x and y. Always write what they represent. That way, at the end, when you do solve, you know what they represent. Next, identify your first equation and then your second equation. You can use a t-chart. You can use really any method. You just need to make sure you have two equations. Pay attention to words that flip. So these are equations. So when you see words like less than, more than, greater than, that typically means addition or subtraction. So 8 less than 3 times the number. That would actually be 3x minus 8, not 8 minus 3x, okay? So just pay attention to those keywords. So first equation that we're going to look at is two pizzerias. So this is when we're given two slope-intercept equations. These are typically pretty easy to look at because you guys are already used to y equals mx plus b. So actually being given an equation where you have y equals mx plus b is a lot easier. Okay. So here we go. We're looking at Palanzio's Pizzeria first. So we just look at it. Let x represent each topping, because that's going to be next to our slope. Let y represent the total cost. So our first equation is going to be Palanzio's Pizzeria, which says 680 plus 90 cents for each topping. So I would write y equals 0.9x plus 6.8. I do have a typo there, which is okay. You can, since it's money, you can drop off any zeros and just add them back at the end. Okay, so that is our first equation. Second equation would also be y equals mx plus b. So Guido's Pizza is y equals 0.65x plus 7.3. And that's it. For the slope-intercept ones, these are typically pretty easy because you guys are used to those. Next, we've got a standard form. So at a restaurant, the cost for a breakfast taco and a small glass of milk is $2.10. That's a key word. It is $2.10. So that's a total. The cost for 2 tacos and 3 small glasses of milk is $5.15. Write a pair of equations that can be used to determine T, the cost of taco, and N, the cost of a small glass of milk. So make sure if you're given variables, use those variables. If you're not, use X and Y. So first, let T represent the cost of a taco. Next, you're going to let M represent the cost of milk because that's what they told us. So we're going to go ahead and stick to what they told us. So our first equation is going to be T plus M equals 2.1 because 1 breakfast taco and a small glass of milk combined equal 2.10. The next one, the cost for 2 tacos and 3 small glasses of milk is $5.15. So $5.15 is my total. Therefore, my second equation would be 2t plus 3m equals $5.15. And that really is it for those two, because remember, we're just setting these up. We're not solving anything today. And last example that we're going to do is one where we have missing variables, missing coefficients, where we have to kind of know. So in a problem that we don't know, we're going to figure it out. So it says Miss Carasols had a total of 38 coins. These coins were made up of nickels and dimes. The total amount is $2.40. What are the equations? So first thing I'm going to do is represent my variables because they didn't do that. Let X represent nickels. Let Y represent dimes. So I don't know how many of each I have. I just know all together I have 38 coins. So that would be addition. So nickels plus dimes equals 38. Or X plus Y equals 38 because that's what I said was going to represent them. So now I got to figure out my second equation because it cannot be X plus Y equals 240. That wouldn't make sense. Like I just said, X plus Y is 38. So it couldn't be the same thing. So I'm coming up with some coefficients. Well, I know nickels are 5 cents. I know dimes are 10 cents. So I would write that as my coefficients because the 240 is money and I know the value of each coin. So I would put those with the total amount of money. So that looks like this. Second equation is 0.05x plus 0.1y equals 2.4. Make sure that you don't get this confused. The 0.05 is 0.05, not 0.5. That would be 50 cents. 0.1 is 0.1. Don't put 0.01. That would be a penny, not a dime. So just make sure you're putting the correct coefficients with everything. And that's it. Bye, guys.